Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing something super excited and super cool. We will make a chatbot from scratch. We will not use any complicated framework, expensive tools, just like we use only HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And for database we sprinkle JSON magic. So for anyone who are newbie in code and looking for a portfolio project, then I think this tutorial is only for you. So yes, let's start making a chatbot using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So first of all, we make three files: index.html, style and app.js. Link all these files for styling and for script. This one is the JS. First make a container, and for sidebar we will make a sidebar tab. This div is for logo, and for button here I get the symbol of buttons. This is the HR for categorize your chatbot heading or topic to your logo. Next part is for the header. This is the container where whole chatbot header and the inner container where the chats are reside. So for logo I make a button, and again I will copy this one because I want same as button for sidebar and for header. And for the header headings I want put the same binary chatbot, and for same as for here I will not use p tag. Next one is the chatbot message container. So this one the header for the middle container. Now next one is the container. This is the bot message container. So I will type a message or comment here, chatbot message container, make a class inner container, and for IDs I go chat container. So for this ID I will grab this container in JS. Here I put some dummy content for the user and for one for the bot. So this one is the bot message, and after that I write text area. So this one is the for user input feed, and here text area and button are reside in a div. So this one is the input container. First one was the text area. I want only ID and placeholder. So this one is this ID has message input, and the placeholder I want to show type a message here. And for rows I will give 20 rows and 30 columns. Button I will show a button for this text where user can click. So the whatever user had write inside the text area goes inside the chatbot container. Next one is the button for the user click. So this has the ID send button. Here is the symbol of arrow. Next one is the footer part. So here I simply write a div and class as a footer name. Okay, next part here I move for styling. So here you check whole HTML code. If you are missed, then you can write from here. This is the whole HTML code. Next one is the styling. For styling, first I style the root one, so use star, margin as 0, padding 0, and box sizing I want border box because all things are kept inside a HTML DOM. Font family you can write, so otherwise you can leave as because in separate div I define all font family, means each div have like for a sidebar and header and for input container I define different font families. Yeah, so for body here I also define font family. Height I want 100 VH because all should be visible in whole screen. And justify content center, align item center, background color be white. Next one is the, yeah, you can check here. Okay, next part, move to your HR. So define class dot HR and style your HR. Width as 100%, height is 1 pixel, background color some grayish, so use has df 4 times t. Position should be relative, not inherit, relative. Okay, move your container where all the codes are inside, so write dot container, display as a flex, width I want 90%, height be 100 VH, background color I want white, and box shadow 0 10 pixel, and I want some RGBA color. Opacity, here's the alpha 0.2. Now you can check some differences. Next one is the sidebar. Sidebar I want width as 250 pixel, height be 100%, background color some white is gray, so use hashtag F9 F9 F9, and color be white, use hash FFFF. Position be fixed, and left first of all it should be not visible, so it move as minus 250 pixel as left. And transition some animation I want, so use all 3.0.3 as, and animation type is in out. Okay, display as a flex direction I want column, align item I want align flex start, not center, flex start, and padding be 20 pixel. Border height 1 pixel solid. Box shadow, next one is the box shadow 0 0, box shadow 0 0 10 pixel, RGBA color. And here I also want some animation, so use transition, margin left 0.3 s is in out, width as 0.3 s is in out, similarly same as on margin left. Z index is 999 because I want sidebar visible as top of the whole div. It is not visible because of this left minus 250 pixel. Now you can check this sidebar has some styling. I make a class for open. When this class is applied on this sidebar, then left be 0. If you write here after this sidebar, now you can check here, this sidebar is stacked to the left or aligned to the left. For time being, now I will remove this because this one is handled from the JS. Okay, next part is for the logo, this top logo. Display the flags, justify content center, align items as a baseline, and gap, I want some gapping between them, so use gap 8 pixel. This is a CSS 3 property. Margin bottom is 12 pixel. Now design another class, which one is toggle button. So write class toggle, this one toggle button. Here I use background color. You can define according to your color, but yeah, I use the some grayish white color is a gray. Sorry, border is done because for buttons I don't want some border. Okay, border radius is 50 pixel, width be 30 pixel and height be 30 pixel. I want some I want button visual as a circle, so here I use border radius 50 and for width height use 30 pixel. Now you can check. The header and the sidebar both have the same button class. Now move to this one, chatbot topic. Position be relative, not I want absolute here. Top is 80 pixel. Display as a flags and flags direction column. Justify content start, align items also start, and gap has not center start, gap has 12 pixel. Next design the anchor tag of the chat topic. So then text decoration is none. Border left 1 pixel solid and some color. Border bottom 0.1 pixel solid. Padding is 2 pixel. Border 0. Border radius is 0. Width I have fit content because the content inside the div take as whole one. So fit content, padding 2 pixel. Then border radius 4 pixel. Okay. Next one is the container. Design chatbot container. Flag scroll 1. Width to be 100%. Margin left is 0. This one is the container, chatbot container. Yeah, this one is a container. Width 100. Margin left. Display the flags and flags direction is column. Transition here also I was some animation. I want some animation, so used margin left and width has some animation is in out for both one. Next one is the header part, chatbot header. This one is the chatbot header. Background color, white. Padding is 20 pixel. Text align center. Position static. Top is 0. Display as a flex. Align item center. Justify content space between. Border bottom 1 pixel solid and z index is 1. z index 1. Next design, I want my button toggle button of header. So chatbot header, grab this class for toggle button, and this one is this display block, because at starting button of header is visible. Next one is the header logo. Line items as a baseline and cap be 5 pixel. Okay, move next container, inner container, where the bot message and the user message are visible. So font family, flex crow is 1, padding is 20 pixel, border radius, margin, padding 20 pixel, margin is 5 pixel, 0, border radius, first one is background color, box shadow, RGB A 255 255 255 and alpha B 0.1. Next one is the overflow, because in y direction I want overflow behavior, so overflow y as O2. Height, I want some calculated height, so use cals here, 100 VH minus 100 pixel. Here I want some modification. First one is like display, not yes, position. Here I use static, but this one is the sticky for the header part. Position is sticky. And now design or styling your div of inner container. So margin bottom is 10 pixel, padding is also 10 pixel, border radius 5 pixel, transition, here I want some animation, so use opacity 0.5 and type is in out. Color, text color is white, so use color as a white, FFFF, width as a fit content, width width, width as a fit content. Max width I used here 80%, because I want some gapping from left right, so use max width 80%. Next, style your div of what, user div or user message. So background color of that div is blue, something blue, yeah, and margin left is auto. Text align right, this text align here I use right, so this div is aligned to the left side of your screen. For bot message I use different color, background color is like a grayish one, and second one is the margin left auto, text align I want left, but still it is visible to the left because of this one margin right here. So for user and bot have a different margin, right and left. Okay, next part is feed area, where the message is right by the user. So first one is the input container. I use position as a relative, width is 90% and display as a flex. Again margin I use 10 and auto for left and right. Next one is the input area. First, this input container first, where all the where the text and buttons are available. Second, design your message input. So width, height, padding, and margin around 5 pixel. Font size is 10 pixel. I will take as a 10. Border 1 pixel solid, and color I go with DF 4 times T. Border radius I will keep as 20 pixel, and I want to close the default behavior of resizing, so resize as none for the text box or text area, so user can't shrink or grow the text area. Okay, change the text area. Next one is the focus. I want to disable the by default behavior of the text box or text area. So for outline none, and border I want as a custom border. I want to make as a custom, so border 1 pixel solid and some color. Now move to your button, sand button. So this position is absolute because button is reside in between inside the text area. Right 10 pixel, top 50%, and transform translated y as 50% minus 50, because button is visible in between of top and bottom, but still it to the right. And border, okay, background color first, then one border is 1 pixel solid, hashtag df 4 type d, color is hashtag 33. Border I don't want, so use none. Padding is 10 pixel. Font size I want some larger font, so use 35 pixel. Cursor, when user move to the button, then the cursor goes to the pointer, so cursor as a pointer. And border radius 5 pixel. 5 pixel. Now you can check the styling. Last one is the footer, not last. Background color here I define. Then next one is the color. Padding is 5. Okay, next part. Border top I want, and now bottom. Okay, now you can check the behavior in for small screen and for larger screen also. Okay, I think it looks nice. Due to this spelling mistake of chatbot header, this is a line, one of each. So next we will move to the responsiveness. So use CSS @media and goes for min width 768 pixel. So inside this @media min width 768. If the screen is larger than 768, then these functionalities are this CSS is applied. So for sidebar left 0, chatbot container margin left 250 pixel, and when the sidebar is closed, which is applied by the JS, so for that time it again take as minus 250 pixel. And next one is I want some functionality for the containers. So here I use the shrink class. Margin left is 0, and for toggle button chatbot header toggle, first it is plain none. And if the screen is smaller, like when it goes to 768 pixel, so use max width. First container and take as a width 100%. Now you can check here. Next one is the input container, where the message text area or the button is available. So width as 95% input container and margin 10 pixel for top and bottom, and from left to right is auto. Next one is the message input, hashtag message input, height be 80 pixel and border radius is 4 pixel. Next one is the button. So for that padding I simply reduce to 6 pixel. Now you can check here, I think almost CSS part is done. Move to JS. Yeah, it's working fine. So first I write a event when whole DOM, whole the JavaScript, whole the DOM is loaded, then this JS is applied. So for that use document.add event listener DOM content loaded, and write inside another anonymous function and grab all the classes. First one is the sidebar, second for chatbot container, so grab this one, this chatbot container, and the third one is the sidebar toggle button, button for the sidebar, this one, this button, and the last one is for header toggle button. So for that this first grab this chatbot and then this button. So I forgot to write dot here, toggle button, this toggle button same, yeah. And next write function. So here I'll write a comment for that toggle sidebar visibility. This functionality is working for the sidebar only. So make a function toggle sidebar, and inside this function only add and remove the classes. So for sidebar add and toggle the open class, and so then first one is the when the sidebar button is clicked, or so then the event is fired, and inside this event what the class is called invoked toggle sidebar, this class is invoked. Now this, I think this worked fine, but still I got some error. Okay, cannot read properly because of this toggle header toggle button. I forgot the right dot here. Now you can check here, it working fine. Now move the chatbot functionality. So first I'm take a simple object, and from that object it print the message, which means when the users hit the button, then chatbot give some random message. So for that I first take as a global variable, first one is the chat container, I get the ID, and second one is the message input where the user is write. So first one is chat container, then this is message input, this text area, and this button here. So third one is the grab the send button, send button, and after that here I take a variable is user scrolling. So here I check the user scrolling or not. If the scrolling, then I don't want auto scroll behavior, and for we can simply use as a count user input because of sidebar title here use. So first if anything write, so this one is the message input focus is like when the DOM is loaded, then the cursor is visible to the text area, inside the text area. Now move to the event. Okay, so when the user click on send button, so some event is fired, and inside that first I take the values which is right inside the text box. From here I get the values from the text area, and first I check if the user input have some values, means if user had write something then it worked, otherwise it behaves nothing. So if the user input and trim, it remove the white spaces from first starting and the last, and here I add a message, means whatever the user write inside the text box, it is visible to the container, visible in container. So and after that message input value should be blanked, and again text area is focused. So now it's time to write this add message function. This is the main logic related to the user. So when user type in the text area, print message in container. So as an argument I get the value, I get the content, and is user message here, this is the user message true, because this is right from this is right by the user. And after that I make a div here and check if user message yes, if true then here I add a class. This on this div I simply add a class user message, and if not is user message then it's a bot message. So for that on that div I another class bot message. And the content I display this content whatever the user write in text area. So chat container append this message div. You can inspect in browser and check how this div is created and how this class is added, like user class or the bot message class is added on that div. And here I want some auto scroll behavior, for that I use this one button click, it gives some error is because of okay, first I need check detect mouse scroll. So first one is the disable button and text area. When hit enter button or the send button is clicked, then fields are disabled. So for that write a function disable input. Here I simply write input message input we disabled true, button is also disabled so true, and send button I want some text area be changed. So for style first I need to display none, and in message in text area the placeholder message is changed, wait for type here. So whenever the button is hit, this behavior is applied on that field. And next one is for the enable. And message again is type a message here. Okay, move. Next one is here if okay, next one I add a sidebar heading. So first time when the user is write something in text box, then it is display on sidebar, and for bot message I want display after some interval. So for that I used set time interval. set timeout and print the bot message. And after whenever the bot message is printing, then that time input is disabled, and after if the bot message is not printing anything, then the input is enabled. So simply add these classes. Here I take some random messages for the bot here. Now after bot message I print the message, print bot message, which is already I invoke. So for bot message I want each word have some print some after interval, and each div also. So for that I track these words and these separate sentences. So this one is the message and second one is the word. So it track whole word wise word and whole sentence. So first one is the word. So inside the print bot message I take another function print word and check if message index, if the message index has smaller values as compared to the bot message length, then it will execute. So I grab the message and the words also, split the word here by the comma, and another create a div, message div here, create element div, and here add a bot message, add a class on this div I add a class bot message because this is related to bot, and append this message div on chat container. Now for next word I write another function add next word, and inside this add next word I checked if word index is less than word's length. Means if I take if word has length 5 and word index is starting from 0, so it's run till 5. And now message div text content is concatenated all words with spaces, and after adding it increase the index and it gives some, it takes some time. So for that, yeah, for else part it simply increase message index and word index be 0 and set timeout is around 0.3 second. So each word take 0.1 second and each sentence take around 0.3 second. So difference is around 0.1 second and 0.3 second. Now I check if his user scrolling is false. So first I simply whenever the bot message is right, then it automatically auto scrollable to the bottom, but I think this one is come inside this function, and after that I invoke the add next word function, and if this part is not, then in else I simply enable input field, invoke the print word function, and this print bot message also already invoked. Now I think yeah, this one is the clicked sidebar. So now this function is also need to be right for the sidebar heading or sidebar topic. Function to add a new sidebar heading for each conversation. Right, function add sidebar heading and take as argument side topic heading and check if count, but I simply show if and whenever the user write anything in input, then it act as a sidebar topic. So first side topic head, I create the element chat topic, and after that create a anchor tab, and in sidebar anchor, inside the anchor I want to write the text which is coming from as an argument. So and make another function get sidebar heading, because I want to separate each heading as according to the lengthwise. So after that simply append this sidebar heading to the side topic head dot append sidebar heading anchor. So these whole anchor is append to the side topic head. Now make this function get sidebar heading. So this function have only functionality to return string according to the length. So if user heading dot length has greater than 20, if the size is greater than 20, then whatever it return the some string which is a specified length 0 to 20. Else if the user heading length in between 10 to 20, so if user heading dot length is greater than 10 and user heading length dot smaller than 20, so at that time it simply return whole string. And if the chatbot heading has smaller size, so for that I simply concatenate, first I write chat heading and concatenate the string. Now if I click, you can check here this heading is visible. Okay, now it's in bigger size. Whatever you write it, but here you could check the bot message is not visible correctly. Why? Because I think class is not applied on that div. Here bot message, this bot message is not applied. Okay, you can check here this message is printed but class is not applied. Message type, okay, I think this is the spelling. Oh, this is spelling mistake. Yeah, now I can comment this by default message. So if you write anything, then this is come from your object here, and whenever user type anything or click enter, this heading is displayed. So chatbot container, here I check if the count user input is greater than 0 and count user input less than 2, then this topic is applied. So due to this, only one topic is applied for first enter. After that, it is not visible on the left hand side. In click event, you can simply increase your count. Okay, by default it added string here. Now you can check here. So this message is coming from your object. Each and every time this message is printing same. Okay, I also want toggle as closed, and for chatbot container it shrink when the sidebar is open, so add this shrink class. Now you can check here, but the button is not visible when the sidebar is closed because I forgot to write display sidebar in CSS. So here I can write toggle button here, yeah, sidebar, then grab the toggle button and display as a block. Now you can check this button is also visible but not visible. Why? This is the CSS issue. Okay, and I think in media query, yes, here I add the button behavior when the sidebar is closed or sidebar chatbot container header toggle button, then it displays a block. Now you can check the button is visible. When the sidebar is open, the header button is not visible, and when closed, then it is visible. So this by default CSS behavior and JS is working fine, but in next part we will make as a dynamic. So this data is coming from, now is coming from object, but next time we take as a JSON, as a separate JSON file, and data is come from JSON. And but from this here I can write another JS scroll behavior. This functionality, this behavior is work when if chatbot is writing something and you scroll above on y direction, so the so by default behavior of auto scrolling by the chatbot is disabled. So here I simply check the boolean value or override the boolean value. Yes, this whole message is coming from here. If I write, now you can check it auto scrolled down here, and if I scroll above, then it the behavior of auto scroll is disabled. So yeah, this is the whole functionality. In this part I only focus on the CSS part, and in JS it take as input from the user and print by the chatbot simply from the object. Chatbot container append. Where this error is come. Spelling mistake again. Chat container now. When the button is clicked by the mouse it worked, but when the enter button is clicked then it not worked. So for that I write another event, like when the event is when the button is clicked from the keyboard, so it check when the event key is enter. If event key is equal to enter, then that case first I need to prevent the default behavior, so event dot prevent default. Second one is the send button dot click. This event is fired. And next one is the input value message. First from the values which is right inside the text area, trim the values, and message input is focused or select range is 0. Selection message input selection range is in 0. Now you can check it working fine.